Welcome back, Pokemon trainers. Professor Chaz here. The lab coat's on back order, and now it's time for the Pokemon Omega Ruby rotation battles in the free battle in Battle Spot. So as mentioned in yesterday's team building video, which there is a link to down in the description, if you haven't seen that yet, feel free to click that link. You can see the movesets, the held items, and the strategies of all the Pokemon on the team this week. The Mega Evolution team captain is going to be Scruff the Manectric. Of course, when she Mega Evolves, she gets the Intimidate, lowering the attack stat. And you'll see I have a pretty cool idea how to combine that with another move to try to make my team a little bit more well protected. Anyway, with all that being said, you can check that team builder out if you like. For the moment, we're going to get right into these rotation battles in the free battle in Battle Spot in Omega Ruby and see how well the team does against the opponents of this week. Here we find our first opponent from Lower Saxony, Germany, the Chosen. Let's see who he's choosing to send in battle. He's got a Koffagrigus, Greninja, Electivire, Steelix, Kangaskhan, and the level 1 Aaron. So that one we have to watch out for. There is a sneaky thing with Sturdy and Endeavor and Sandstorm. So, what is our best way to deal with that if and when it shows up? We don't have Mold Breaker, so we can't possibly get past the Sturdy that way. We have no ways to put conditions on it. But I think we could possibly... No, we can't outspeed with the Aqua Jet because the turn of Sandstorm will actually hurt us. So we're actually going to bring Rocky as one of our Pokemon. Who should I lead with, though? I'm thinking Rocky because of the evasiveness from the Sand Veil ability. I think our lead Pokemon, actually, Snoozer would be good against a lot of these Pokemon. So we're going to lead with Snoozer. We will bring Scruff, we can rotate her in and go for the Intimidate if necessary once we Mega Evolve. And I'm going to bring Rocky, expecting a Sandstorm. The final Pokemon, who would be the best against the rest of these? What if I should actually bring Critter as one of the lead ones, actually? Yeah, I'm going to withdraw Rocky for the moment. I'll bring him in later. But I'm going to bring Critter as one of the leads, get the Tailwind up, and Rocky is the fourth and final Pokemon. Now we're going to see who the opponent has chosen to send into battle. It's going to be interesting if we actually have to deal with that Aaron, because I've seen that strategy before. I haven't actually battled against it, though. So we see these three, Greninja, Steelix, and there's that Aaron. Now, do they go for the Sandstorm immediately, though? So I think best bet right now, I'm going to go with the Bulldoze. Super effective on two of the opposing Pokemon, and the Greninja could go for a fighting type move. I'm pretty sure it can probably learn it, and if it has Protein, it gets the stab, but I think Snoozer can handle it. We're going to find out right now. So they actually rotate to the Aaron, and we get the Bulldoze. So we're going to lower the speed stat of this level 1 Pokemon, not that it really matters, of course. Does it go for the Endeavor immediately? It does. Well, we can easily handle that. We can rest up again. Alright, and it's got that Shell Bell. Oh, that's what I forgot about, the Shell Bell item. So now they can simply go in for an Aqua Jet against from the Greninja. So we're going to go ahead and rotate into Critter, who can survive one of those, and we're going to go with, I think probably the best bet is Tailwind right now. You know they're going to rotate something in and go for, there it is. Do we see Aqua Jet, or maybe Water Shuriken? No, actually Dark Pulse. So as long as they don't flinch us, we are good. Alright, Tailwind is activated. Now I'm going to go for Sleep Powder. Whatever is in the active spot is going to fall asleep. The Compound Eyes boost it, I think, to almost 100%. There's a very slim chance that it would miss, but it actually does connect against this Greninja, who is currently a Dark type. So that being the case, we can go for a Signal Beam and possibly confuse it. Which might be the best way to go. In fact, no. I'm going to go into Snoozer right now. Go for Rest to get our HP back. Looks like they might be rotating as well. I was actually considering putting Hail on my side for this week, but as it turns out, I didn't. If I actually had, we could have taken that Aaron out with the hazard damage. So we get our rest. It's kind of unfortunate to use up our Chesto Berry this early in the fight, but we gotta work with what we have. I wonder if they would actually bring that Aaron back up right now. I'm considering going for the sleep powder immediately. I think maybe the best thing, I'm just going to go Signal Beam. Because even if the Aaron comes up and we don't put it to sleep, although we won't go down to 1 HP because of the Sturdy and the Endeavor, it's going to bring us down low enough and there's no way Critter can heal himself, so we're just going to go for the damage and possibly Confusion. Or if the Greninja stays up, we're going to get super effective. Nope, here comes the Aaron once again. Now can we confuse this thing? That would be great. Critical hit. We don't get the Confusion, unfortunately. And there's the Endeavor. So once again, we're probably going to see that Greninja come up, perhaps. Although, the Shell Bell didn't heal it back to full, so the Sturdy is not active, but we did just lose the Tailwind. So I'm going to spin around into our Manectric. Which move do I want to go for? Flamethrower might be the best way. Although, if the Greninja comes up, I want to be able to weaken the special attack. So I'm actually going to Mega Evolve with Scruff and Snarl immediately. They actually stay active with the Aaron, so we should be able to drop it now. Alright, Mega Scruff is on the field now. First time in the rotation battles. We're going to Intimidate this Aaron, so it's unfortunate we're losing both of the Intimidate and the first Snarl against this Pokemon, but at least we took this thing down. No more sneaky Endeavor strategies from this. So the final Pokemon is Kangaskhan, of course. We can't Intimidate this yet, but I think I'm going to actually withdraw Scruff so we can use the Intimidate once more and bring Rocky in. We're going to be taking a hit from this thing, of course. But we're going to see Mega Evolution Kangaskhan. It'd be something if they went with Mega Evolution for the Steelix instead, though. But what are the chances of that? Not very good. Actually, wait a minute. We actually do see Mega Steelix. Okay, I wasn't really expecting that at all. Now, tell me you went for the Sandstorm. Nope, they go Earthquake. That's alright. We have pretty good defense. We can handle this. Now, given the fact that I'm pretty sure this thing gets, what is it called? Sand Rush or Sand Force or something like that, that improves its attack, I actually don't want to get the Sandstorm up just yet. Especially because if Critter comes in, it's going to take him out because we got 1 HP left. So our best bet, I'm just going to go for some nice stab power of the Earthquake ourselves. Rocky probably won't handle that though. Yeah, he won't survive another Earthquake for sure, but do we outspeed these Steelix? Let's find out. Unless this thing wakes up, doesn't really matter. No, it stays asleep. We're going to get a powerful Earthquake off on this pretty low defense Greninja. Is this going to be enough, though? No, one more would do it. I think now our best bet, going to Snoozer the Snorlax, who does still have full HP, and go for a power-up punch. Or should I Bulldoze? I could slow something down. Bulldoze is the better way to go. Alright, we did slow down the Aaron originally, but let's see if we can slow down something a little bit more threatening to our side of the field. We see they wake up and go for Surf. That's alright. We have some pretty good special defense. How much is this going to do to us? We easily handle that. And now slow that Greninja down a little bit. Question is, would Critter outspeed at this point? He's our fastest Pokemon, but I think our best bet, let's go ahead and Power Up Punch to try and boost our attack stat. Here comes Kangaskhan. They're going for Power Up Punch themselves. Alright, minimal damage, but they do boost their attack stat. I can easily bring Scruff in to intimidate that, of course. So we're trading the power-up punches back and forth. Ours hit with a little bit more power, it looked like. That's why. Critical hit. Okay. I will take that. So we want to preserve our higher attack stat, or should we just go ahead and attack once again? We'll survive another power-up punch, I'm sure. I'm just going to go for Broken Power-Up Punch once more. They're actually going to go Ice Beam. They probably expected I was going to rotate. But thanks to the Thick Fat, we will survive that. As long as we don't freeze, which we didn't, we get a powerful Power-Up Punch off once again. We drop the Kangaskhan. And our attack stat boosts once more. So now, I would like to try to get that Tailwind up. But I expect the Greninja is going to come up. Either way, I'm going to go ahead and rotate into Critter and just try for the Tailwind. They're actually going to forfeit, so we're actually going to claim that as a win. Well, good game choosing, and some pretty cool strategies. Scruff and the team are going up against Cammy from Illinois, United States. Nice to meet you too. So Cammy has a Deoxys, Jirachi, Mantike, Terrakion, Xerneas, and Groudon. So this looks like, not quite, I was going to say, it looks like one of the Play Pokemon, official teams, but there are too many legendaries, of course. And actually a mythical Pokemon, which actually is not permitted either. So anyway, but we do see all level 50s and all held items. This is going to be an interesting match to be sure. Question is, what do I want to lead with? Well, I think, is that a speed form Deoxys? I think that's normal Deoxys. Either way, we want to probably get our speed up, so I think Critter might be the best way to lead with and get the Tailwind. So I'm going to go ahead and lead with Critter. Of course, the Focus Sash will ensure we will survive at least one hit. And maybe Seaward. We can get the Aqua Jet off if we need to. I'm going to leave him in reserve. I'll bring him as the fourth one. Some speed control would be nice, so I'm going to bring Snoozer. Of course, I do want to bring Scruff, our team leader. And as I say, the Aqua Jetting Dewott, Seaward is our fourth Pokemon. Let's confirm that team and let's see what my opponent leads off with. This could be a legendary battle for the ages. And here I am using things like Jigglypuff and Butterfree. Alright, so Cammy sends Deoxys, Mantike, and Terrakion. I wonder what the Mantike strategy is. Because it is level 50. Alright, so like I say, we know we're going to survive a hit, so we're going to go ahead and get the Tailwind immediately. Oh no, pressure. Actually, hang on, do I want to go for that right now? They could go Rock Slide. My first idea, I actually want to spin around into Snoozer, who will survive a pretty powerful Psychic move, I'm sure. At least I hope, anyway. We're going to go with Bulldoze. The only thing that would be immune to that would be the Mantike, but there's not really that much it can do back to us. So we're going to go into Snoozer and Bulldoze away. Psycho Boost. Now, can we handle this? We do. Not terribly well, but we actually get the Bulldoze off, and its special attack did just drop. That was pretty powerful. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of surprised that I got that much power off. Now, we will not outspeed with Snoozer, I'm sure, but Critter might stand a chance. We're gonna go ahead into Critter, and I want to Sleep Powder. I don't think we need to get the Tailwind just yet. Critter should outspeed the remainder of the two Pokemon. And actually, he does still outspeed. Go for the Ice Beam, but of course, the special attack has been dropped. And even if it hadn't, we do have the Focus Sash. So the Deoxys goes to sleep. Now, what is our next best bet? Now I'm going to go for Tailwind. The question is, will we outspeed the Terrakion? I haven't really fought many of them. I don't know what they are as far as speed goes. But I'm trusting in the super training we gave Critter, the speed boost. I'm hoping he's going to outspeed everything except this Deoxys. Of course, it stays asleep, and it stays in the active spot, giving us a free turn to get that Tailwind up. So I think at this point, our best bet, go into Scruff and go for the Discharge. We're going to drop the Deoxys, I'm sure, based on how much damage it took from a Snoozer's attack. And if the Mantike comes up, it is going to drop. The Terrakion might get paralyzed. I don't think we need to worry about any ground attacks just yet. So let's go ahead and bring Scruff up, go for the Discharge. Deoxys should fall to this. Down goes the Legendary. So we're down to 3 Pokemon on the opposing side, and going to be Groudon. Is this the Primal Groudon? There's the Drought, of course, first of all. Wait, does it show Drought? Yes, it doesn't have the red orb. Alright. So, immediately, we're going to go ahead and Mega Evolve to Intimidate this, and also Magnet Rise. Tailwind is going to let us outspeed, of course. There we go. Mega Scruff is on the field, dropping the attack stat of the legendary ground type from Hoenn. So if it's not holding red orb, I wonder what it actually does have. White herb. Okay. So we're going to Magnet Rise. So they go for the ground move, they make the obvious play. They go Flamethrower. Alright, so what is our best way to deal with this? It's too bad we don't have Giga Drain on Critter. Now see, I was actually getting rid of it thinking that we don't actually, we're not going to use the grass move because if there's a Groudon, it's going to be primal. Here we see an instance where it actually is not, but we're going to go ahead and Snarl to lower the special attack. We do connect with it. Hardly any damage, but of course the more beneficial effect is lowering that special. They must not have noticed the Magnet Rise. So we can actually just go ahead and Snarl once more. Or should we actually Flamethrower? Yeah, let's turn the flames back against you, actually. If we can get the burn, that'll be even better. And they go Flamethrower again. Do we survive this after the Snarl? No, not the critical hit, unfortunately. But our final Pokemon does have Aqua Jet, as I say. We might want to wait for the Drought to actually burn off, though. Because it is going to weaken it, and we do not have Super Training for attack. So at this point, we're going to go into Snoozer, just to burn some time. We're going to go ahead and use the Rest attack, try to heal back up. That's what the opponent goes for. They stay active with the Flamethrower. Thick Fat is going to come through. Excellent. We do get burned, but immediately we're going to sleep with the Rest attack. That worked out quite well. So we're going to get back to full. The burn is gone. We can go for the Bulldoze next to try to slow this down. We can even just go for Body Slam, actually. So, of course, the Drought is still active. I think Bulldoze is probably the better way, though, because in case they bring up that Terrakion. Super effective and could slow it down. We see the Earthquake. We shrug off the Earthquake. It's going to be a 3-hit KO, but we're going to slow this thing down now. Now an Aqua Jet will actually get it. Of course, the Sunlight does fade. So since the Aqua Jet would take it down, I think I'm going to go Scald just in case they bring up that Terrakion. So Seaward comes up, goes to the Scald, and is going to drop this Hoenn Legendary. So that's 2 Legendaries down so far. So we're in a pretty decent spot. Like I said, I don't think there's much that Mantike is going to be able to do to us. It might have Water Absorb, though, so I don't want to use any water moves. I think probably Critter is the more expendable one. I'm going to go into him and go Tailwind. And they actually stay up with the Mantike. I wonder what they have in store with this thing. Air Slash. Super effective. Probably going to get the drop on it. Yeah, so down goes Critter, unfortunately, with a critical hit. But he set us up quite nicely. Don't know if Snoozer would outspeed, but we're going to actually use him and go for the Body Slam. Get as much damage off as we can. Seaward is going to be our way to deal with the Terrakion. Alright, how much is this going to do? It drops the Mantike. I thought there was a tiny little sliver of HP left. So before this thing can set anything up, I'm going to go into Seaward and go ahead and Scald away. See how much damage we can get off of this. We have speed, that's good. And looks like an Aqua Jet will drop it. Of course, the Retaliate's going to hurt. Oh, we hung in there. Now we're going to go Aqua Jet. That should secure us the KO. Go, Seaward. Down it goes. So another legendary. Kind of legendary. Considered somewhat legendary. Anyway, we actually get the win. Thanks, Cammy. That was a fun match. Good game. And with that, this week's rotation battles come to an end, with Scruff's team claiming victory in all the matches we played this week. So not only does Scruff earn herself the green glow of victory, but so do the newcomers of Critter, Rocky, and Seaward as well. Now, as I mentioned before, there's just a single week remaining in the series of rotation battles in which one of my Pokemon serves as the Mega Evolution Team Captain, which means next week we're going to see Blaze the Charizard take command once again, but this time Mega evolving into Mega Charizard X. And this is the first time ever on the channel we're going to be seeing him in that form. So I'm kind of excited for that, because he's been Mega Charizard Y before, but Mega Charizard X is going to be pretty cool because it's a new form, a new typing combo, and that new Tough Claws ability. So if you'd like to see any of the other Pokemon in my collection here join Blaze on his team for next week, leave me a comment down below, let me know which Pokemon you'd like to see, and I'll look about including them into the team. Also, if you have any comments you'd like to leave about the battles today, and any suggestions for like improved movesets or strategies for the Pokemon that I used, leave those in the comments below as well. Now, once next week's battles are complete, I'm not actually going to call it quits on the rotation battles just yet. You might notice that there's still some Pokemon I haven't used yet. They don't have any glows of green or red, and I like to give everybody a fair shot at these rotations. And I'm also hoping to try to rid some of my Pokemon of that pesky red glow of failure, because they were previously defeated, of course. So I'm probably going to be bringing back some of those red glow Pokemon to give them one final shot at earning a win before ending off the rotation series. So we'll see which teams I assemble for later weeks. Following the rotation battles, I'm actually considering shifting into triple battles for a little while, trying our hands at that kind of a format. But after that, what I'd really like to start doing is viewer battles with you folks out there. If you're interested in doing something like that, just leave me a comment down below, because I'd like to sort of gauge your interest and see if it's something that the viewers would like to see on like a regular basis once these triple battles are complete. And I'm hoping at that point to have like a bigger viewing audience. That way I'll have more opponents to choose from and keep things fresh and interesting every week. Anyhow, that's about it for me and these rotation battles today. If you're interested in checking out more of the Pokemon Blue playthrough, there's another episode going up tomorrow in which a lot of interesting things happen. Not to spoil or anything, but let's just say we see a considerable shakeup in the current team. So feel free to come on back and check out what I mean. Until then, I'll catch you next time.